Welcome back to Championship Court for our second men's semifinal. J.W. Johnson, the 21-year-old out of Boynton Beach, Florida. One half of the 2 seed with Will Howells. We saw them in their quarterfinal matchup against Patrick Kauka and Eric Lang. They won that match 1-4. Howells, 24 years old, out of Boca Raton. Howells and Johnson practice partners as well, in addition to being doubles partners. They are taking on the 3-seed duo of Brendan Long and Andre Mick. That's Mick there in the hat. Mick, 28 years old, calls Cleveland, Ohio home. His partner, Brendan Long, has been a mainstay on the pickleball circuit. 34 years old, out of Naples, Florida. This is an intriguing matchup, Dom. What stands out to you the most between these two teams?
Well, I mean, you have J.W. Johnson and Will Howells, and in my post-game interview with their last match, talking to Will Howells, and he's so comfortable playing that right side with J.W. Johnson on the left. When he was sliding to take that two-handed backhand, he felt just so comfortable knowing that J.W. Johnson had his back and covering in the middle. So I'm going to look for Howells to still be aggressive. And then on the other side of the net, Andre Mick and Brendan Long. I've known Brendan for probably about 11 years now, and Brendan's been playing pickleball longer than that. So he is a veteran of the game. He's really come into his own over the last couple years, and with that partnership, Andre Mick is going to play very fast. He's going to speed a lot of balls up. I'm going to look for Brendan Long to be that rock, to be solid, keep balls in play, but don't go to sleep on Long. He will bring that firepower too. And what Mick and Long possess that not a lot of teams do possess is very big serves from both of them. So look for their serves to get some points on early.
0-0.
Don't forget, we saw a pair of aces from Howells and Johnson in that quarterfinal matchup up the middle. We are underway. Johnson right through the court on a powerful forehand.
So Andre Mick testing the waters early off the bounce with that forehand, but J.W. Johnson says not today.
Backhand flick from Howells through the middle.
Yeah, Brendan Long just left that two-handed dink a little high. He's looking at himself, putting his hands in the air going, what did I just do?
1-0-1. Point.
Too hot to handle off the paddle of Johnson.
Well, that's just a good spot right there at the right hip of Brendan Long.
2-0-1. Point.
Miss hit from Mick. 3 quick points for the 2 seed.
Yeah, Mick's got a split step right there and play that from about 3 feet behind the kitchen line instead of trying to run through that shot.
Forehand roll from Long brings up second serve.
Right on cue, Will Howells sliding to that two-handed backhand, but Brendan Long just finding the space vacated.
Long can't make the pickup.
Yeah, again, frustrated with himself right there. These are easy misses or easy mistakes. Fixable for Brendan Long.
4-0-2.
It's been a fairly uncontested run for Howells and Johnson up to this point. They won their first match 0-7 before dispatching Kauka and Lang 1-4. Another point on second serve. That's 3 straight. It is 5-0 already for Howells and Johnson.
Yeah, that's just not the spot. Speed up in the middle.
5-0-2.
You have J.W. Johnson so quick, so long. He closes that off immediately.
Long, beautiful roll to drop in the back of the court for the side out.
Well, if he's going to go down that line or in that area, he has to go directly down that line. If he speeds up there, that's where Howells is jumping to, so look for Long to go down that line.
Johnson gets an elevated ball to put away. The route to the semifinals for Long and Mick has been a little bit more contested. Their first match went 8-7 and then outlasted Jaden Broderick and Anderson Scarpa in the quarters. They won 11-8, 11-9, 11-5. I guess that would be 8-11.
I got you.
You knew what I meant.
Mm-hmm. That's it right there.
Point.
That's the spot that Long needs to go because Howells is jumping to the sideline. You have to go into the jump, right? So go into where he's moving, anticipate that spot. Now Howells is going to think twice about going there.
Point.
Goes long. If you're Howells, do you make him do it more than once, though?
100%, because it's been so strong and such a tool for him and J.W. Johnson. Make him do it again. Then if he does it again, okay, now we'll make an adjustment. Ah, see, there was that big serve, and it caused a short return, but unfortunately, it was low. And so Mick trying to speed up from about 6 inches off the ground is really tough.
Nice deadening there from Mick.
Yeah, Andre Mick playing the soft game right there. Resets 2 beautifully.
5-2-2.
5-2-2.
Point.
Just missing that sideline right there is Brendan Long.
6-2-2. Point.
Big serve, another point. A 5-point advantage for Howells and Johnson.
7-2-2.
Ooh. Little smile from Johnson, so composed in the middle of what could have been a very chaotic point.
He was almost smiling before he even hit this ball because this one right here,
timeout receiver,
that's a sitter for him, and he knows it. And we get a timeout here from Mick and Long, down by 6.
Howells and Johnson have been in total control of this match, trying to play their way into the gold medal match. The winner advances. The loser moves to the bronze medal. Both of those matches going to be played today. A little bit different format here in Sacramento. We're going to get both of the doubles golds out of the way this afternoon. Men's and women's. The winner of this match moves on to take on the top seed Andre Diescu and Gabe Tardio in that gold medal match. I don't want you to get ahead of yourself, Dom, but
let's do it.
Who out of these pairs do you think has the best chance of giving Diescu and Tardio problems?
Well, J.W. Johnson and Will Howells would be my pick right now just because of the steadiness of J.W. Johnson.
15 seconds.
He knows Gabe Tardio's game as well as Gabe Tardio knows Gabe Tardio's game. So, again, he is very familiar with him, practices with him, as does Will Howells. So I'll give them a little bit of an advantage right there.
Would that make Diescu the X factor?
It really would, even though Diescu does practice with them too a little bit because they're all on that east coast of Florida.
Mick getting a little love off the tape.
As the ball goes by him, J.W. Johnson swings 2 or 3 times, pretending he's going to get that.
That's what you can do when you have a 6-point lead in game number 1.
Wow.
Right at the feet, though. Those hands are so fast.
But the best part about it, it's fast, but it's out in front. He does not take a backswing. That is the strength of the J.W. Johnson wrist right there.
Oh, Howells sneaking that backhand pass Long.
A little mishit, too, that Howells will take every day of the week.
Better to be lucky than to be good. It's best
8-2-1.
if you're both. Right now, Howells and Johnson just having their way with Lang and Mick.
I mean, it's just a 1-2-3 punch right there. It's, you know, a little higher, and that's it right there. And finish. And that's what we're talking about. Okay, now it's twice that Brendan Long's got Will Howells. I have to see Brendan Long attack him right there. Make him make an adjustment.
What adjustment would Howells need to make?
just Long right there. The adjustment Howells would have to make is just to stay home. So if Long does speed up down that line, it's right to his forehand. So now Howells has to read it.
2-9-1.
Mick and Long with some work to do, down 2-9-1. Those elevated balls, there's just been too many.
Will Howells called out. J.W. Johnson punishes it through the middle and just shrugs, goes, it worked either way.
Same result.
He came here to play.
Listen, I had a hitting coach once tell me that you can make a really good career as that ATP just misses. But I had a hitting coach tell me you can make a really good career out of hitting bad balls.
Vladimir Guerrero.
There you go.
He used to hit balls that would hit the dirt.
He hit a home run off of a bounce.
Oh, right there. Howells had it, just overshot the back corner.
Oh, that was an ambitious decision from Mick, and Howells punishes it.
As soon as he hit it up, I think you wanted to reach and grab it back because this was in no way, shape, or form a good lob. Howells all over that.
9-3-1.
9-3-1. And just misses.
No, I think it was Long, but Brendan Long,
indicated that it
hit him.
Yeah, so it brings up game point.
Second serve.
Tricky angle there from Mick.
And that's why I like them on this side right now. They're changing it up a little bit, keeping Mick on the left. His two-handed backhand roll is pretty good. So trying to change things up a little bit. And
getting a little help off the service error.
They'll take it. Still a big hole to dig out of here, but even if you don't dig out of this hole, get some momentum going in the game too.
Elevated ball, easy backhand put away for Johnson.
I just don't like pretty much any speed up at J.W. Johnson. Let's just tuck that one in the back pocket and save that for later.
You saying all speed ups need to go towards Howell?
I'm just saying not at J.W. Johnson. If they're going to speed up, it's got to be something on an elevated ball, not off the bounce. Both him and Howells, great hands.
The quiet hands of Johnson.
I think it hit Mick's paddle arm chest before it went over.
Just about everywhere.
Yeah, it rolled up his body.
And it brings up game point number 3 for the 2 seed.
10-4-1.
Mick can't get the pickup as Howells and Johnson, clinical fashion. They take game 1, 11-4. They are 1 game away from advancing to the gold medal match. Game 2 action still ahead here on Championship Court at the APP Sacramento Open.
No, since I've been using Leo River, I've had way less problem on my AT band and hips. It's been really a game changer for me, so I highly recommend it to everyone.
That's what makes it so different. The whole idea about balanced compression, it improves your blood flow, reduces your fatigue. At the end of the day, you feel so much better.
I feel comfortable, I feel supported, I feel that I can train harder, train longer, recover faster, and feel supported while I'm playing. And that's so crucial for me, especially in singles when I'm trying to play against the youngest. I'm not the youngest out there, but I try and play against the youngest.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
This week's Partake Community Hero is Jackie Bryla. Jackie brings service animals to hospital and care homes and even created a pickleball-themed photo album featuring her service dog, Mango. In collaboration with APP, Partake Non-Alcoholic Brewing aspires to seek out, celebrate, and share the stories of individuals who, driven by their passion for pickleball, are advancing the sport's frontiers for themselves and the community. Thank you to Jackie and Partake for making a difference.
Thank you to Mango.
Absolutely thank you to Mango. We have to give the shout out to Mango.
Game 2.
As we get set for game 2 here between Howells and Johnson and Long and Mick. Howells and Johnson took game 1 11-4.
So it's the automatic switch. So they switch sides, do Long and Mick to start game number 2 with Andre Mick on the left and Brendan Long on the right. See if that helps. But right now, not on that one.
No, Howells all over those overheads. And Dom, you and I were talking in between games. There were times in game number 1 where Long and Mick looked a little flat going up against Howells and Johnson. How do they get that energy up here in game 2?
Well, Andre Mick and Brendan Long are fiery players. Right now, super flat. They have no energy. It's very low energy. They just seem like they don't and can't find anything going for them right now. You're here. You're in a semifinal. There's a reason you're here. Let's try and get a little fired up. Pull the trigger, see what happens, but you got to try and put some pressure here on Howells and Johnson.
Down 3-0 in a game as Long comes up short. You don't have anything to lose at this point.
No, absolutely not.
0-3-2.
Got to jump in here with some firepower.
0-3-2. And Mick is one of those players where if you don't see him as he gets the forehand there, you hear him before you see him usually.
Yeah, and that ball right there, that's what Andre Mick needs to do. If they're going to come out of a stack like this, try and find a hole. Okay,
I tried to do something, but J.W. Johnson was ready and waiting.
I don't mind it right there. That's an aggressive mistake. Not a mistake. It's an aggressive move there from both Mick and Long. But J.W. Johnson just too calm, knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Point.
Long comes up short on the pickup. Another point. It's 4-1.
4-1-1.
That net cord has been involved in so many points, and in this match, it has gone the way consistently of Howells and Johnson.
Well, problem was Brendan Long hit right at the body of Howells, and Howells slid, cleared his body. Nice job.
Beautiful forehand through the middle. Howells and Johnson just making it look easy.
Yeah, it's just a walk in the park right now for Johnson and Howells.
6-1-1.
6-1 lead in the blink of an eye.
Oh, the combination backhand winner. Lots of smiles, some loud. Like, what else can you do out here?
Well, you're a softball girl, Dorian. It's like they're fighting at the bat rack. You see a pitcher out there who's throwing up
1 minute.
Eggs that are about as big as, beach balls, and this is exactly what JW.
There was never a fight of the back rack. I knew which one was mine.
But you watch this last play here, and it's both Johnson and Howells. They're fighting for that ball in the middle because the ball's so big to them right now. They know they're able to put this ball away. And on the sideline, you have Mick and Long just looking at each other. They're on the sideline right now kind of laughing, going, what do we need to do? And the answer is, got to slow them down, but we also have to pick our spots where we can attack, because you can't sit back the whole time. We have to attack at some point.
If you are Mick and Long, it feels like every spot you've picked have been the wrong one. How do you know when's the right one?
Well, off the bounce, it's tough. You have to reach in and get something out of the air,
15
possibly.
seconds.
And then Brendan Long face up on Will Howells, found some success in game one where Howells was sliding to the sideline. Whoever's faced up on Howells, try and pull that trigger and catch him leaning to the two-handed backhand, go right down that sideline, try and body him up and see if you can get something.
Time is in.
Back to play with Howells and Johnson on serve, 7-1-1 here in game number 2 after taking game 1, 11-4. Winner of this gets Diescu and Tardio in the gold medal match later this afternoon. Oh, that's a ridiculous ATP from Howells.
Again, off balance. We saw it earlier. Even when he's off balance, his paddle is under control. So watch him. He's not on his feet set.
8-1-1.
But the paddle never gets out of control. Buggy whips that back around.
That's ridiculous.
No. That is not the spot. If Long's going to speed that up, again, he's got to go down the line, catch Howells leaning to the two-handed backhand. Howells just sitting dead red on that backhand.
9-1-1.
Hey,
second serve.
There it is right there. Again, it's Long pulling the trigger. You see Howells try and jump to the two-handed backhand. Long goes to where he's going to be and finds the body.
Huge serve from Howells again. He's tried that combination a couple times, the big serve and then letting it rip on the forehand.
Yeah, again, it was a good return there from Long. He got that return nice and deep. Howells behind the baseline trying to drive that.
Second serve.
Into the net.
Little wrist flick on the forehand there from JW Johnson, and Mick frustrated, visibly looking down.
1-9-2.
And body language says 1,000 words for Mick and Long.
Side out.
Just outside the line, side out. As Howells and Johnson closing in on the gold medal match.
9-1-1. Second serve.
Rare miss on a third right there from JW Johnson, but again, you got that cushion of an 8-point lead here.
Side out.
There it is, the sideline found by Brendan Long.
Mick and Long able to hold. And we've seen crazier things happen.
1-9-1.
Mick comes up short.
Yeah, right now the issue is you can't make mistakes. You have to get every third and fifth over the net, get to the kitchen line. Down by 8. Don't have much room to work with.
Can't afford to be giving away points. Johnson takes it, slaps it right back through the body of Mick, side out.
Well, thing is, he's speeding this up, and he knows that if it comes back, he's ready for it. So even if the first one isn't the winner, which he doesn't anticipate all the time, he knows the second one's going to be. That ball looked out. Ball looked on the wrong side of the service line. Nonetheless, doesn't hurt.
9-1-2.
There it is again right there. So Howells sliding to the sideline. Brendan Long sees that, goes right into the body.
1-9-1.
A third service game that Howells and Johnson have been stuck on 9. So far, Long and Mick not able to cut into the deficit. Won't be able to there either.
Second serve.
Again, the success that they've had has literally been the times that Long has gone at
1-9-2.
Howells down the line. You got to somehow get into that pattern.
A service error.
Side out.
That is something that you absolutely cannot afford to have if you're Mick and Long.
9-1-1.
9-1-1. Mick tried to speed up, caught the tape, it lands out, and it brings up match point.
Yeah, no love off the tape right there for Mick.
10-1-1.
Howells just got a little caught on the backhand, still match point.
10-1-2.
Service error.
Well, it doesn't hurt as much when you're up 10-1 as if it was 10-8.
1-10-1. Second serve.
Another missed drop off of the paddle of Mick.
Just no groove since the start of this match.
10-1-2.
For Long and Mick.
Is it something that Johnson and Howells have been doing, or have Long and Mick just been in that kind of funk?
Yeah, it's the pressure and knowing what Johnson and Wills can do with the ball that kind of takes you out of your game too.
10-1-1.
Match point number 3. Off the paddle and Long as Howells and Johnson in a rout of the 3-seed Long and Mick. They take it 11-4, 11-1. They are moving on to the gold medal match. We will hear from Will Howells and J.W. Johnson when we come back here on Championship Court. It's the 2024 APP Sacramento Open.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Manage ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
Everyone knows standing still doesn't get you where you want to go. It's all about movement and progression, power, strength, innovation, expertise. On the court, off the court, and on the way to the court, you have to expect more out of yourself. And you should expect more of the company who makes your tires. Getting you more miles, traction, and safety is why we get up in the morning. Let's drive forward. Expect more. Fortune Tires.
The APP is sponsored by AARP, helping your health and happiness live as long as you do. USA Pickleball, official sanctioning body of the APP Tour. And Franklin X40, the official ball of the APP Tour.
And we'll take another look at match point for Will Howells and J.W. Johnson, continuing their dominant run today, moving on to men's gold championship match. They're courtside with Dominic Catalano and our Franklin post-match interview.
Our Will, looked out there like this match for you guys was a business trip. You guys were calm, cool, and collected the whole time. What's with that?
Yeah, we just stayed disciplined at the start, and we were kind of firing on all cylinders. Hands were great and felt super confident throughout the match.
And now moving forward into the gold medal match, two players that you guys are both familiar with, Andre Deescu, Gabe Tardio. What's the game plan going into that one, JW?
Being pretty consistent because they both got really good hands. They both like to speed up a lot. We'll try and keep it patient until we get a chance to attack, and then we'll go from there.
All right, well, congratulations, boys. Moving on to that gold medal match later on this afternoon. Don't go anywhere. We got another women's semifinal here on Championship Court at the APP Sacramento Open.